Good morning. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Wen from UTAR. I'm also the KLESF Secretariat. So welcome to today's KLESF STEM Webinar, creating professional brochures using Microsoft Publisher in just a few clicks. Okay, just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any question during the webinar, please type them into the question box. If you are watching this from Facebook Live, just leave your question at the Facebook chat. So we will bring them up to the speaker during the Q&A session. So please help us to share and like this video. Okay, now I would like to introduce our speaker today, technologist Soong Cheng. Okay, Mr. Soong is a lecturer at the Department of Information System, Faculty of Information and Communication Technology, University Tunku Abdul Rahman, UTAR. He is actively conducting IT-related webinar or workshops for teachers, students, and the public. Okay, now without further ado, we will turn the time over to Mr. Soong. Okay, now I pass it to you, Mr. Soong.
Thank you, Ms. Lee, for welcoming me to this webinar. It's a great honor. First of all, I would like to thank you, Kementerian Sains Teknologi dan Inovasi, that is known as Ministry of Science, Technology, Innovation, KLESF, Kuala Lumpur Engineering Science Fair, and also MIC, Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology. And thank you once again to all, and good morning to the participants, my colleagues, friends, students, parents, and students. Welcome to my very humble and simple webinar that is creating professional brochure using Microsoft Publisher in few clicks. So let's go on. I would like to introduce myself. It's already introduced by Ms. Lee incomprehensively. If you have any problems, you can email me here. My email is Soong, SOONG, hc@utar.edu.my. I would gladly to help you to answer your questions regarding the Microsoft Publisher here. So before I'm going on, there's a link already provided by Ms. Lee and also by the my colleagues, okay, from the KLESF, the committee. They already posted the link here in the chat here, and or also on Facebook. You can get it here. The practical materials is very comprehensive and also step by step, and is very easy to follow. Just follow the pictures. If you're unsure of the text, you still can get the output. I provided already the sample output as well as the sample files, the text or picture for you to create the brochure within just only 10 to 15 minutes. So let's go on with our first lesson. But before that, I would like to remind you, we have the competition, that is the KLESF brochure design competition. So after this lesson, the webinar, you'll learn some skills, and please don't be shy to submit your work to this link. Okay, so there are attractive prizes to be won. So the deadline for submission will be 5th April 2021, 11:59 p.m. So you can get the submission link here in the chat or on Facebook. Okay, so before I go on, you know already there's a brochure. We have the word and text everywhere, and then you can see to get the information what it's about. Actually, brochure is more related to the promotional document used in the printed, the advertisement for them to get, okay, to disseminate the information about the product and also services offered by the company. Those are the main purpose of brochure. But brochure not only can be used as the advertisement, but as a source of the informations to disseminate to the people that are not related to the business perspective. There are many types of the brochure you can get. There are many funny ones. We have the accordion fold, double parallel fold, but the most simple one, that is a Z fold, that is the 3 pages folded together. Okay, so as if have 3 sections. So the Z fold will be the much more a common one. So you do not know what is a Z fold, whatever, I already put in here type of the brochure. So the most bizarre one, you can see that we have the row fold, we have the gate fold, like your Chinese New Year card, this one, and the double parallel fold, and then double gate, and then French, and all this. So the Z fold will be the much common one, as well as the bifold. Actually, for the brochure, it is not necessary to be folded as well. I came across the brochure with A4 size as well. So it is much more simpler. It's just like a mini scale of the large poster on the wall, and then put it in A4 size without folded in another sections. And I came across the brochure in the form of booklet. It's a very thin booklet. So the next one, I would like to tell you that we have a many sample of brochures. Usually all the pages and all the site will be printed with colorful information, colorful pictures, and also with colorful text to attract your attentions and arrange it nicely. They're not simply put it in everywhere. So they are principle, but before that, I will tell you what are the principle of the designs. So there are very 5 types of popular brochure you can get. Okay, they are leave behind brochure. Usually after that, you are meeting with the customer. For example, we have the insurance. If you want to have a consideration, you want to have more time to think, so they'll give you a leave behind. So the point of sale is usually the salesman and saleswoman stand in front of their shop. They will disseminate the brochure for you to give you what is about, okay, the common promotional sales at the time. So we have the response inquiry. So we have the qualified buyer, and then we have the express interest. After they go inside and fill up the form, they will give you this brochure. And also we have the direct email. So we can have the email to you for you to see, okay, what types of package or promotional, like for example, we have the Yuan we have the Tesco. Sometimes they will email the brochure for your use. And sometimes it is also used as a sales support tool. After they're going through the sales support, their services or get the information help, they also provide you the brochure, okay, to guide the consumer to the sales pitch. Next one, before that, there's many applications you can use to develop brochure. But what I can introduce you that is a very common and everyone also can get and also installed in the computer, that is a Microsoft Publisher. It is part of the Microsoft suite. Microsoft application, we have the Word, we have the PowerPoint. Usually when you install all these Microsoft suite, Publisher will be compulsory, will be part of the Microsoft Office suite. So you don't have to be worried. So I can assume everyone, most of you can get the Publisher and can get it without any problem. So for the Microsoft Publishers and Microsoft Word, someone tell me, why not just Word used to do the brochures? No, they have their own usage, and they have their own functions for them to for the text and also picture editing. For the Microsoft Word, it is more to the formatting for you to check the format and the text whether you're written correctly or not. It is not emphasized and it is not make use of the functions to become the pictures editor and also layout for them to create the visual, and also the text is not that efficient for the publishers for you to make the layout and then position the pictures and design for the brochures. So you can see that the Microsoft is just only emphasis a page layout to check the text whether you type correctly and formatting rather than the design, okay? Rather than design, it's just to prove that whether you type correctly. But for the current version, I already checked, is the Microsoft Publisher 2019. But if you have the previous version, also no problem, but recommended to have 2016 for my practical guide. Because for the previous version, you don't have some of the functions, but still can use. Okay, it is recommended to have 2016 and above. And then if you use the Microsoft Office 365, you don't need to update. Every time you buy the new version, it will auto update from the internet. But one of the downside is you have to renew the license yearly for the Office 365 editions. So you can see that the Microsoft Publishers, there's a lot of functions and it's very intuitive. Okay, it's very similar to your Microsoft Word. We have the ribbon, and then you can get a lot of functions, and then also the features you can get at the top here. And then the publication page here is very similar to the Word for you to put in the text. And then we have the navigation pane, just like your Microsoft PowerPoint. And then we have the slider, or this scroll bar is very similar one another, the Office suite. So it's very intuitive, and it is not very complicated like Adobe, that is a Photoshop. There's a lot of hidden function that you need to create a very fabulous effect. So just a very simple click, you can create many things. So they're just very basic tasks. You just create a publication. If you're lazy, you can always use the template. When you start the Microsoft Publisher, there's a lot of template you can use to choose to help you to speed up your design without having to put in the pictures and put in all the shapes and then one by one. And then you have to save your file. Okay, always make good practice when you create, always periodically save your file to avoid your corrupted or crash. Okay, next one, we can add the pictures, and then we have to add the for the text, for the design, and also building blocks can reuse again, and also print it in a PDF and also in various sizes. Okay, you can see that those are the basic tasks already mentioned. Okay, it's very powerful. You can add in a lot of, after add text and also add image, you can add a lot of effects, okay, already predefined, just a few clicks on it. But before I go on, so what are the multimedia elements? So I will explain. So usually when you learn in multimedia, the designs they will teach you, we have the text, graphic, we have static element, we have the video, audio, animation. Those are the dynamic elements, okay? So we only use text and graphic in the Microsoft publishers, okay? So we will only use the static element because we cannot embed the video and audio and sound into the brochure because it is printed as the hard copy, okay, as the end result. Okay, you can see that also when you choose the fonts, you have to be careful. There are two types of font you can choose. We have the serif, we have the small stroke at the end, okay, for you to make the design even much more better. Or you have one to have the simpler. Okay, simpler, don't have the decorative end. We call that sans serif. Okay, does not have extending. So there's no rules of 100% that you should do this, do that. But usually the serif font, we can squeeze it into very small font. And for the storybooks, you can read it in one line without having jump to another line. And then one of the disadvantages if you use the serif fonts, the decorative end, is a waste of a lot of ink. So if you want to save ink, okay, when you print a lot of text, you use the sans serif font. Okay, it is very clean and simple, but it is very hard to read, okay, without the decorative on when you make it very small, the sans serif. And then it's very hard to read fast line to line. But it is not 100% when you use in design, just always okay, experiment, try and error. There's no right and wrong in design. Okay, it is just a matter of perception whether people like it or like it. So you can see that I repeat again. What is a serif font? You can see that we have the decorative ends here. Okay, like for example, Times New Roman. Okay, the most common one we use. So we have decorative end for you, easier to read in one line. Whereas for the sans serif, for example, in Microsoft Word, we use the Calibri nowadays. There's no decorative end, and it's very simple, and then it is also very straightforward. Okay, but and save ink, okay, at the same time. But it is very hard for you to read very fast line by line. Okay, so the next one, we have the common serif font and sans serif font used in a design. But anyway, it is not just limited to here. There are lots of fonts you can get on the internet. So you can download if you want to have your own design, and then you want to have the customized font. So you can get the either serif font or sans serif font, but it is not limited to here, okay, used in the design. So for the image and also for the picture, we have two types, okay, in the design. Usually the vector, it is scalable, Okay, we use the mathematical and then use the line to define the pictures. You can enlarge and make it small. It doesn't change the picture sizes. But when you use in Microsoft Publishers, you have to use the raster image. You have to change the vector image to become pixel, okay, represented by dot, 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 okay, of the colors, okay, and then compact it so as if you see it as the pictures. You can see that. Also, you can see that when vector versus bitmap. So you have to be careful when you use the Microsoft Publisher. Always choose the high resolution pictures because all the bitmap form, all the bitmap image, when you enlarge, when you enroll low resolution, you can see the jagged line, okay, jagged line, and also we have the pixelated, and then we have the squarish, and then squarish, squarish things. Okay, you can see that a box on the pictures, that is make your pictures unappealing. So make sure when you insert, okay, the pictures into the Microsoft Publisher that we are using the raster image, make sure in high resolution to avoid the jagged line such as here. So I repeat again, so we have the KLESF brochure design. Don't be shy. After the demonstration, you learn some things. You are always welcome to join the competition. That is the 5th April and Monday. Okay, so you can get the links in the meeting chat or on Facebook. So let's go on for the element of design. Okay, we have limited time. So for the design, you cannot simply just put in the pictures and then add text. So they are the principle behind it. So the user see, wow, why the design so appealing and then so attractive? Okay, there are reasons and also the principle. In ancient time, for example, in mathematics, we always heard of the golden mask for the face. We have the golden ratio and then golden numbers, golden pi. Okay, we have this one, okay, the principle to put it in the design. Okay, for the first one, we use the color. Color is the most important thing because we like to see colorful things, our eyes to attract our attentions. And then you can see line, and the mask is the effect, okay? So it's recommended when you use the Microsoft Publishers. I will show you how to use the effect with just a few clicks on it. And then we can create the movement, and then we can use the very spaces, okay, the space of black and white to create two images, and then we have the texture, and then we have the typography. So as I told you, the text, it is not just only used as for the reading, okay, in the design Microsoft Publisher, but also can help you to make your brochure much more beautiful as a form of decoration using the text. And then we have the light and darkness can create also the attractiveness. So we have the principle of design, we have the balance, okay, the symmetry. Okay, so we have the contrast, and then we have the visual illusion, repetitions, and then we have the simple. Okay, sometimes simple is the best, okay, simple is elegant. And then emphasis, okay, we have the strong colors, okay, whatever, focus on things. And then we have to be proportions, okay, not too big, not too small, but harmony with each other, like at the below. So the ancient technique for the ancient design, you always see their building always harmony and symmetry. Left and right, top, bottom are the same. Very balanced and symmetry, unity and harmony. So it is a very good practice to use it in the design as well. So there are tips when you use the picture to create a brochure. Okay, tip 1, you can use a stylistic theme, okay, to build your brand look. For example, here we are doing about the brochure about cooking and also about a recipe. You can use the fruits and also use the ingredient and the vegetable and bright in colors such as the tomatoes and also the chili, and also we nicely arranged meat to be used as the decoration in the pictures. Okay, and also spice up your your look. Okay, so you can use the themes. Okay, what is related. For example, if you sell about the phones, okay, you can use the phone accessories or something to make your brochure much more beautiful. The next one, also you can leave empty spaces. Okay, sometimes it is not recommended to squish in so many things at one places. So for example, the black spaces here, okay, the empty spaces, in the black color, they don't have the text, don't have the pictures. We call that white space. Okay, we call it a blank space. Okay, it make you as if it is breathable. Okay, breathable, and also it is make it sense of calmness and not too cluttered. So if you fit in too many things, you have some of an anxiety. Okay, if you look at it. So leave it some blank space. Okay, don't make it too cluttered in the design. And also your primary shape. Okay, sometimes we have the emphasis. For example, the girl in the pictures here, so they put it as the middle, so they put it as the emphasis. Even the text have to follow the shape of this girl, okay, in this picture. Okay, so you can use the shape and graphic, the emphasis. Next one, always use a natural picture. Okay, we tend to like to see natural thing instead of cartoons and also drawings. Okay, that is not natural. So always pick the natures, and then we have the landscape, and then all this greenery, and then we have the sunshine, and then all these natural shot. We do like it. Okay, the nature. The next one, so we don't have the emphasis. Everything is the equal, okay, the object. We call it as the filler image. So when you see here into the wild here, you can see none of the object in the picture will be the emphasis or are equal. So we can use the filler to make it very wide, okay, the pictures, and very far away, okay. So this is one of the tips to create the brochure. Next one, and use something that sell, okay, for example, like this very popular model, okay, the boxing model, or you can call the influencer or the actress, the celebrities, or the singers that help you your cover sales. Okay, so this is one of the good thing to enhance your brochure. And the next tip is also to creating the whole concept. Okay, that's also relating to your teams. For example, this is the old telephone. Okay, the old telephone. So I use the old telephone as part of the design, and also with few text also designed to make it even more, okay, building blocks to create the whole concept. So without reading this one, I know it is about, okay, it's about the old technology, okay, of the phone, okay. So this is also one of the tips using the building blocks, the whole design concept. Okay, the next one, I would like to show you that we have the simple design principle 20. Okay, it is repetitive from the beginning, okay, but it is much more detailed. Okay, sometimes you need to have the frame and bracket to make your things readable. And also we need to have the scale. Okay, don't put everything in uniform, everything the same, okay, in the columns. Okay, we do not like everything the same. Okay, we need to create attentions, okay, certain to be large, to be small, to create the drama and also emphasis. Next one, the color, as I told you. Okay, color, you can always make good experiments, always try and error and try. Okay, don't be afraid, because during the design, it is not printed, we still can change color. Okay, don't be afraid to always change the color, which one to match which one, to pleasing your eyes, that please most of your eyes. And sometimes the repetitions of the things also will help you your design much more better. And also the negative space is very clever. We use the two of the design, okay, to have the two image, okay, like a cup or two image, okay, joined together. Okay, the symmetry is my most favorite. Okay, in ancient time, is always use the symmetry method to create the design. Okay, the transparency is so very good. Okay, because the layout, it will not block with another object at behind. Okay, it complements very nicely at behind. So in Microsoft Publisher, I will show you how to use the transparency, and it is very good for the design, as well as the texture. Okay, don't give the texture is a smooth or everything. Just try some rough of the texture, like the wood, the neem or something, to give it even more better. Okay, the in-depth. And also it has to be balanced. You cannot simply put one side too cluttered and one side empty. Okay, it will be not balanced. Okay, not balanced. It will make your design not unappealing. And also put it in hierarchy. Okay, the most important thing, that's mean the title, you put it at the bigger, and then the subtitle, put it smaller, and the smallest, it will be smallest title. Okay, so it will have a sense of hierarchy and then make your user easier to understand and read your brochure. And also make use of the contrast, okay, dark and light. Okay, it will help you the design, okay, make it a boom, okay, and also the framing. And also the grid, okay, grid, you can see that is, we can put it at one places, okay, the text and the pictures, and also randomness. Okay, I told you the design, I already teach you this one, the principle of design and the color concept, whatever. Don't be afraid to break the rules. Okay, in the design, there's no 100% right or wrong. Okay, just always, sometimes you can break the rules, even give you much more better result. Okay, and then next one, we have the directions. Okay, to point, and we have the arrows. Okay, to help the user to read from where to where, and also the rules. Okay, now already teach you the rules, but don't fix it 100% into your mind. Okay, design is very subjective. Okay, it is just matter people like it or doesn't like it, and also you have to try and error. And then to create the movement, okay, we have the background texture, and then we have the depth, and then we have the typography using the text to the design and also the composition. So arrange it nicely, okay? So don't be one-sided, don't be too cluttered, so it has to be balanced, okay? So I repeat again, we have the competitions, okay? Don't forget to join, you can submit the link, okay, on 5th of April before 11:59. You can get the links in the meeting chat or on Facebook. Okay, the next one will be the colors. Okay, the colors usage is very important in the business especially. So why you can see that colors, the blue colors and the black always used as the main color. The blue colors represent honesty. So it will be very popular in business. And red is the passion. Okay, there's also quite high number of the usage in the red color. Whereas the black and also gray color represent class, elegant. So all these three colors will be very popular in the business. Okay, the blue, black, gray, and also red. And the secondary color is to complement the contrast. We need to have the dark and the dark color of the text, and then we have the light background, or vice versa. We have the light text and then we have the dark background. So we need to have the primary, secondary. So if you use already the blue, then you can use the light gray, okay, to complement. So we call that secondary color. And then color used in design. Usually in the industry, we don't use more than 6 color. Okay, it's a bit too colorful already. In the industry, we mostly use up until 3 colors will be max, will be a lot already. Okay, so if you use 6 color or more than 6 color, usually it suitable for the kids and then for the children, okay, for the babies, brands, okay, advertisement. So usually if you want to maintain the class and elegance, the most we go is until 3 colors, okay, 3 colors to mix for the design. Okay, for the color formula, you can use the monochromatic. Okay, we can use the lightness of the darkness of the same color, or we can use the analogous, okay, for the adjacent color. So you can use that, you can see that complementary. So it's the opposite in the color wheels, or analogous side by side, or triadic. Okay, we have square, and then we have the thin square, and then we have the split complementary. Okay, make use one color to is this one indigenous to is complementary. So you can use this one tetradic, or you have the square. Okay, we have the square. When you switch the square on the side, on the side, on the side, so it match to which color in the color wheel. But as I said before, all these colors formula is just a guide. You can always break the rules. Okay, sometimes you can match with any colors to give you much more attractive result and also suit to your teams. Okay, not necessary to follow 100%. But we have the warm and cold color as well. Okay, if you want to make your product look warmer, okay, you can use the reddish until yellow. If you want to make it more cooler, you can use violet until yellow here. So this is the sample color wheel. We have the complements, tertiary. So you can, this is the common color match better. So this is the color, okay, red and then green and then this one. But it is not that 100% of, you have to follow. So you can always break the rules, okay? Follow any colors that please your eyes and also very suitable to your teams. So when you want to put in colors based on the geographical regions, you have to be careful. You have to understand the culture and also their taboo, okay? The color taboo in the country. Like Chinese New Year, it is not impossible. You're going to have the black design, okay, for the Chinese New Year festive season. Okay, it's a taboo color. Okay, it's not in the Europe country, you cannot use purple color. Okay, purple color means bad luck. Okay, so as well as green, okay, in some of the country. So that's why you have to understand, because each color they represent meaning, okay, the emotion, okay, emotion in each of the country. For example, in Chinese New Year, we use the red because we have the passion, love, isn't it? All this is why we use the red color, okay? So if you want to use a black color, okay, you want to be a mysterious or you want to be sometimes elegant, okay, and a high class, okay, you can use the black color. So as I said before, don't simply use the color before you understand the culture in each of the country and also in the local geographical location. So you can see that you can get to my hands-on guide, okay, in the meeting chat here, or you can get it on Facebook link. Okay, so again, you can join the competitions. Okay, the deadline 5th April 11:59. So I would like to show you the hands-on. I can create this exactly the same. Okay, what it is shown here is very nice, isn't it? It looks as if very complicated, but no, just a few clicks only you can create the effect and then all these, and then we can lay out in just very simple click. Okay, exactly this one already provided you the pictures in the source file. You follow, you can create exactly the same what it is shown here. But what I can tell you, when you want to create your design next time, avoid using the copyrighted picture, but it is for educational purpose, like here, it is never mind. But if you use one to your design, if you want to use for your company or you want to use for your campaign, you have to use the non-copyrighted pictures. You can go to the Google search non-copyrighted pictures search engines such as the Pixabay and then the Pixarfree. All those will give you free non-copyrighted pictures. Okay, so let's go on this one. I will share the Microsoft Publishers. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Publishers when you install Microsoft Office Suite. Okay, when you install Microsoft Office Suite, you can have when you open, there's a lot of a template. Okay, there's a lot of template you can use without having to do the start from scratch. And also one more thing. Okay, one more thing. Microsoft Publishers not just to create brochure, it also can create poster as well. Okay, as attractive posters, same like to promote the campaign also and to disseminate the informations. Okay, the first one, I want to start it from blank. I don't want to have the predefined template. Okay, the predefined design. I use the orientation landscape. Okay, let's click this one. So when you start doing this thing, you have to be careful. Okay, when you have to be careful when you start doing this thing. When you're doing the design, you have to check, okay, the page design. Okay, the page design, whether it is the sizes is in A4 or not. So it is in letter. When you print out in A4, it will give you incorrect result. So therefore, always make sure you always use as A4 when you print out as A4. Set the sizes first. Okay, sizes. Okay, now I want to have the guide. Okay, I want to have the guide. I want to put it in 3:3, so easier for me to put in the pictures and then also the text and everything. Okay, the first one I want to put it is I want to put it here. I want to put it is the behind the pictures. Okay, so you can use the apply the background. Okay, apply background here. So you can see that you can have the more background. You can have the fill picture. So you can go to my file. Okay, I already put it inside the pictures here, the source file. Okay, you can go to the guided hands-on creating sample brochure. You can see the source file here. Okay, the source file insert, we have the picture source file. Okay, we have picture source file. I want to insert Samsung gear. So when you insert like this, without having used the transparency, it will be very dark in color. So as the principle of design, usually when you want to use the dark picture, you use the light font, but you'll be waste a lot of ink. So usually the background we use we apply the background as the transparency. So you go back to the more background. Okay, just now we have this one, file. Okay, we have this one, Samsung VR, and set the transparency to 70. Okay, when you set to 70, it is much more better. So it much more complement. So it will not overshadow with others of the things. Okay, next one, you have to put in the pictures. Okay, additional pictures. If you want to put additional pictures, it's very easy. You go to insert, and then you go to pictures, and then you go to desktop, and then I already put in the guides hand-on brochure, source file, and then picture file. So I want to put in here, okay, the VR, okay, a VR. So you can arrange nicely. There's a guideline here, okay, guideline at the side and at the side here. So put it properly, and you can align it nicely. So my PC is a bit slower during sharing screen, so please be patient. Okay, so when you set, make sure it is proportionate. Okay, don't make your picture too wide that that already smudge your pictures and also stretch your picture that's beyond recognition. So make sure when you make sure the pictures it is in correct orientation and sizes. Okay, to avoid to smear the pictures that it is beyond recognizable. So after putting pictures, you can always use the predefined effect in the publishers just with few clicks. When you click on it, you can always click to the format. You can always put in the effect, background, drop shadow, or you can put picture effect, shadow, this one. Okay, that's my favorite, always drop shadow. Always use this drop shadow when you use drop shadow as if it is 3D and it is floating. Okay, it is nicer. Now you can insert your own shape. Okay, you can draw your own shape. Okay, you can draw your own shape here. Okay, so here, if you do not want the design, okay, like this, you can always right click and then can always go to format auto shape. So I do not want to have the line, and always make use of the texture. Just now I already told you, so you can put it picture or texture field. So I want to select texture, the name, okay, the name and transparency. I set it to 60, and then click OK. Okay, there you go. So don't be afraid to use the texture, okay, to make your design much more better and appealing. So next, if you want to insert a picture again, here, okay, rectangle rounded corner. And if you are lazy, okay, if you're lazy to change the properties, you can always go to the format, drop down the shape style, and select the shape you want, okay, straight away to create a nice shape. As I said before, it is a too bright. You can always go to the format. You can always change the transparency, okay, always play with the transparency and set it to higher, maybe 60. So the inner one, I also need to check. Okay, I need to select all. Select all, right click, and then format auto shape, and then transparency 60. Also 60. Okay, the color transparency fill also 60. Okay, both here, line and also fill. Okay, so it will be much more complement and softer tone color to complement each other. Now we need to insert another picture as the logo. So you insert pictures, e-tag logo. So you can see that it is not nice if you just put like this. So always make use good practice to use the style, the pictures, and the effect given in the publishers at the picture style here. Format, picture style, drop down. So I can choose anything. So I choose the soft edge oval. Quickly, you can complement and then put it at the bottom. It will be the logo. So if you feel that the logo is too bright, then you can set the transparency to 30. Okay, so it will be much more complement and softer. Next one, you want to insert a text. So I already show you, I already provided you the material. You can get it in the folder here, desktop, guided hands-on created sample, and then you go to the source file, okay, source file, and then go to the text source file. You don't need to type, okay, you go to the source file, text source file, you open the text file, you copy and paste. Okay, the first one is the Oculus. Okay, then right click, and then you go to add text, and then copy paste the Oculus. So you can make it larger. So you can use any font as you like. Okay, so you can experiments. Okay, not just necessary to use Calibri. So not necessary to use with the sans serif. You can use serif font as well. So make sure which one is the better one to give you better result. There's no right and wrong, okay, for the design. Okay, the Oculus. Okay, the next one, I want to create this one. I want it to be in blue color. You can always set the effect. Okay, you can go to the format. You can go to the format here. Okay, the second text box format. You can go to the text effect, and then shadow. You can use the outer or inner. Okay, it's my favorite because if you add the shadow, you can see that as if it is flirting, and then it is very nice. Okay, it is nice like flirting on top of the brochure. Okay, next I want to put in insert another one. Okay, another one. I put it here at the top at the line here. I want to put the title. Okay, exactly put in here. So if you're lazy, you can use the format drop down, and then you can choose either one. But I do not want to choose here. I just want to have changed the color. So right click, you go to properties. Okay, after properties, I don't want to have the line, no outline. And then the colors, I put it in green. Okay, green to attract attentions. Okay, so click OK. Okay for that. When you click OK, if you don't add it, in fact, it's very mundane. So I told you that click on it, click format. You always click the shape effect. Okay, shape effect, shadow, and outer offset bottom right. So you can see that we have the shadow. It is very nice. Okay, the first one here I want to put in here is what is virtual reality? Okay, what is virtual reality? So I want to be in white color. Okay, the rules of thumb. We have a dark background, the green, we need to have the light fonts. Okay, so you can go to the format, okay, text effect, shadow, and outer shadow. Okay, make it much more nicer. Okay, so you need to put in the text here. So you insert another shape, okay, to put in the text. The bottom here. So you right click, you go to the format shape. So you don't fill anything. You want the line as well. I want it to be transparent. Okay, transparent background to put in the text. Okay, so from the text, practical text here, I've given here the source file. You don't need to type. Okay, you just copy the text in the text file, and then you copy up until contact us to buy, and then right click, and then you add text, and then you Control C, Control V, and copy paste here. So always make good practice. Every time you type in the project, okay, the Word document, always use justify. Okay, the left, right will be align it nicely. Okay, it will be nice. So although here it looks very small, okay, it looks very small when it is 12, when it is in 12, okay, the font it is in 12. When you print out, actually it is quite large, the font, and it's readable. Because why? I only will zoom until 80, 68% only at the bottom here. So don't worry, it looks very small in the design. When you print out, it is actually quite big, okay, the fonts here. Okay, the next one is the reusable block. This one, reusable block. You can always insert the business information. So before that, you edit business information. You can add in the edit, add in the name, the business name, the address, and the phone. So you change the address to e-tag, and then phone, okay, to this one, and then click save. Okay, so you can reuse this block again and again. Okay, drop down, okay, the business informations. So I want to have the this one, address, okay, address. So you just click on address, so it will automatic generated. So I want it to be bold, everything will be bold, be 12, okay. So I want to be 12, 11, 12. So put it at the bottom here. So I want to insert again, okay, reuse the block. Business information drop down. After you set already, I want to have the phone and email. So put it at the bottom here. So you can, no need to type again and again. Okay, if you want to create the next brochure, want to insert your business information. Okay, now I want to create the second page. Because this is the first page, I want to have the second page. So you right click on the left, so you use the insert page or click OK. So again, I want to have the page design. I want to have the guideline 3 by 3. So now you don't need to create the top, this one, the header anymore. You just Control C, you use back whatever it is possible in the design and paste and put it here. Okay, the second one, I want to have, you go back to the text file. I want to have the oculus here. Okay, the oculus. So you don't need to create again. You copy this text box, okay, the transparent. You paste it here. You put it here. Okay, you put it here. So you replace with the text. Okay, replace with the text, this one. That's why if you ready the text, you can create very, very, very fast. Okay, very, very fast. Okay, so you put it at the bottom. This one is a virtual reality. So you copy the text file. You don't need to do this one, design again. Now we insert the pictures. If you're lazy to do, you can always use the picture, the orientation to attract attention. Okay, it's very simple and also very nice. So let's insert the pictures here. Okay, now we play with the pictures. Okay, for the design. Okay, put it here. And then we use the format. My favorite, always use the picture effect, or you can use the picture style here. Okay, to make it 3D. So insert another pictures. So Wow City. So align it to the text box here, and then always set it here. Okay, next we insert the series of pictures. Okay, the technologies, when it is white background, when I have a white this one, okay, the white background for the pictures and also white background for the brochures, you can make it as if transparent. Okay, so white color, it match. Okay, it's one of the tips and tricks also. Okay, next one, we insert another pictures. Okay, so the orientation, you can tilt it. Okay, don't follow 100% the rules. Okay, so to create this one, you can always make the drama and emphasis or whatever, break the rules, okay, the orientations. So I tilt it like this. So I insert another one. So the VR content, so overlay, okay, on top here. So another one, I insert the pictures, that is the tag, okay, tag here. When it is white, okay, it is as if transparent. So there you go. I just used only 10 to 15 minutes to create this project and exactly the same. And then you can save it as always save the file as PUB, okay? Always save as PUB, okay? This is the source file. And then you can save as PDF also can, okay? PDF, if you other computer, they don't have the publishers. If you want to print or can save as PDF also can, but make sure keep PUB, okay? It's the source file, you can edit in the publisher. So therefore, this is my sharing about the PowerPoint. I do hope you have learned something, one of two. So if you have any questions, you can, if you are interested in UTAR programs, you can go to study and then call this one. And then if you research in this, interested in the research, our research, you can go to this one. And I want to remind you again, if you want to have join our competition, KLESF, after you learn something, please do so, okay? Don't be shy, okay? Because it is very easy, intuitive, and fun creating using the brochure using Microsoft Publisher. I hope you can submit your design after this webinar. So I would like to pass it back to Miss Lee. So that's all for my session here.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Soong, for this sharing of the knowledge. Okay, so we will take some time for the question. So in case we missed out any of the question, please place it again at the chat box.
Okay.
So Mr. Soong, maybe you can have a look for the question first.
Okay.
I can slide briefly to brief them the competition.
Okay.
For the brochure design competition, hope you can practice and then join us. So it's easy, it's any team and no fee are charged for the competition. Then the competition is open to the general public. One individual can only submit one entry. Then the brochure must be in English. Okay, so please let us know if you have any problem. You can leave the question at the chat box or WhatsApp to us, then we will get back to you. Okay, so now let's look at some questions first.
Actually, Joseph, the slide is not given as comprehensive at this competition presentation. Actually, Miss Lee already included already. So the practical slide is in another folder in another file. Okay, it is it's very comprehensive. You can have a look. Miss Lee already provided. So for the presentation here, it's just only the theory or this one, but the practical guide is another file. Okay, it's another file, and also the source file also given. And Salvan, I want to clarify with you. Publisher also can create poster as well, not only brochure. Can also create the booklet and also anything lah. Okay, regarding to the publishing. Okay, publishing stuff. Okay, for example, we have the booklet and then we have the coupons. All these are not necessary to be brochure only. Okay, so there are a lot of application for the publishing, okay, publishing for the publisher image desktop. So is there any how many page of design we need to submit for competition? Actually, just like my minimum 2 page will do. Okay, 2 page will do for the 3-4. Okay, you can submit more pages than that, so it is optional, but recommended minimum just 2 pages will be enough. Okay. How to make in one full page poster? Very easy. You just click and then for the portrait, and then you go to the page size. Okay, you can click set to A3. Okay, instead of A4, you can set at the size. Okay, Selena. Okay, what format we need to submit? JPEG, the original publisher format. We can submit the competition in the picture, JPEG, and also PDF. Okay, because publisher can save in PDF. Okay, so next one, we will able to get certificate. So Miss Lee, can you explain this?
Yes, we'll get the cert.
Okay, we will get the certificate. Okay, that's all. That's all for the questions I got. So anything on Facebook? The questions?
So far, no question from Facebook.
No question. So if you have any problems, you can email me lah. So my email is soo@ghc-utah.edu.my. Okay, that's all from my part. Okay, I would like to pass it back to Miss Lee.
Okay, so all the participants, if you still have any question, please leave it. We still have about 1 minute here. Okay, so
indicate what format should be the submission. Okay, in the PDF or JPEG also can. Okay, Rajeshwari, we can submit our work to the completion in PDF or JPEG because you can save the brochure, the publishers as PDF also can.
Mr. So sorry, just to let you know, I'm not sure what's happened. I can't see your face, probably lag or any issue there.
Lag, but
just curious whether you can.
Curious, but for my side, my PC suddenly slow a bit. I don't know why.
I see. Okay, but this didn't affect the slide. We can still see the presentation.
Luckily.
Okay, so it's about time. Okay, so if any of you still have any question, you may leave your question at the KLESF Facebook live video, the comment section for the video. So we will reply your question later. Okay, so I think that's all for the questions. So we have covered up all the questions. Okay, Mr. So do you still have anything want to cover up or inform the participants?
Miss Marianne wants to have a group photo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's have a group photo. And participant, don't be shy. You can open your camera. Let's have our group photo.
Mr. Soong, did you can you see us? Okay.
Yeah, can see you all.
Mr. Soong, we need your help. Maybe you also take some screenshot because yeah, now I can see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone get ready. Just turn on the camera and then smile. I'll take a picture now. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, one moment. Okay, another shot. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay, thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you for attending, my dear participant.
Okay, thank you everyone.